Experience, they say, is the best teacher. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you the mistakes. When I say mistakes, I mean the costly money mistakes that I made as a new immigrant when I came into Canada. So when I came to Canada, I was like a JJC, like I was naive, I was a novice, and I didn't know what to do with respect to money matters, and it affected me. But trust me now, as a sharp girl, I was able to blend. I saw my mistakes on time and I began to make corrections. So if you are a new immigrant here in Canada, or you are an aspiring immigrant, you plan and you hope to come into Canada someday, then this video is for you so that you can learn from my mistakes and learn the 5 money mistakes that I made that you might make as a new immigrant in Canada if you are not careful and if you are not informed. So on this note, let's get started.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Okay guys, welcome back. So when I arrived into Canada, I was so naive. I didn't know what to do. I got into Canada, and when I was done with my orientation, I think I actually came to Canada 2 weeks before my study started. And then for that 2 weeks, I was just like at home because I wasn't feeling too well. The snow, it was my first snowfall and all of that. Then I waited until school started. After school, I went to the bank. I did my SIN. I opened a bank account. When I opened my bank account, the bank was asking me, would you like to have your credit card now? I said, no, I don't need a credit card, because I got some misconceptions about credit card that if you have credit card, they'll force you to take loan. And if you're not able to pay for the loan, at the end of the day, you will go to jail and stuff like that. So all those things were so scary. Like, I never knew the importance of credit card. And so I went for my regular debit card and I told the bank that I don't want a credit card. Guys, that was my first mistake. Please, when you come to Canada as a new immigrant, ensure you get your credit card the same time you are opening your account. Okay, so later, after I didn't get that, I went back home, and then people were asking me, oh, have you gotten your credit card? And they began to tell me the importance and why you need a credit card, because basically all transactions here in Canada has to do with credit card. Okay, sometimes you might have a need for funds and you don't have money in your account. Your credit card might come in handy, and then later you can transfer back the money. There are some payments you might need to make here in Canada. They don't require your debit card. They want you to pay money via credit card. Can I cross? Okay. Thank you. Thanks. They'll require you to pay via your credit card. Okay, so these and many more reasons. Then I contacted my bank. I told them that I want my credit card, and then they asked me to fill forms and all of that. Still, my credit card did not come. I had to go back to their office, and they did everything for me, and then they told me that it's going to be sent to my PO box in about 5 business days. And I waited for 5 business days, and finally I got the credit card that I would have got so easily on a good day, right? Look at all the time I wasted. So that's mistake number 1 that I made. So learn from it. When you come into Canada as a new immigrant, as you are getting your account open, get your debit card just as you are getting your credit card. And number 2, money mistake that I wish and hope that you will not make is not utilizing your credit card and building a credit history. Like I said, I was so naive with issues like this. So when I got my credit card, I was scared of using it. Why was I scared of using it? I was like, what if I use the credit and then long throats and ojukokoro start to do me, and I start spending and spending and spending, and I cannot pay back the money. Like, I was just basically scared of using the credit card. And if you don't utilize your credit card, how will you get points? How would your points grow? Currently in Canada, a good credit score starts from like 750 to 800. That is where a good credit score starts from. But if you don't utilize your card, you don't build a credit history, then what will be the use of that credit card? It will not be useful to you now, because do you know that without your credit card, okay, let me tell you guys what you can do with your credit card. So when I came from Dubai to Canada, I was using one of the latest Nokia phones as at that time. I don't know what happened. So I went to the mall and I was shopping and my phone smashed. When my phone smashed, I lost everything. And as it happened there, that I couldn't find a place where I could repair or fix my phone in Canada. So I had no options but to go buy another phone. Now, me buying another phone, I wanted something good that I can use to make my vlogs, make my video, and at the same time make my calls. I'm currently using the phone to make this video and other videos that I have been using. So I went to that I want to buy a phone. I went to Apple's office and I was like, I want to buy the latest iPhone 14, iPhone 15, iPhone 16, iPhone 20, anyone. Like, I was so ready. And then when I went, they were like, okay, fine. They had iPhone 14 with interest, and they will spread it for 2 years. It will cost me about $2,000. $2,000 should be over 2 million naira in Nigeria, or I think it's like thereabouts. So the short story is that I got this phone I'm currently using without paying a dime. 1 naira, 50 kobo, 50 cents I did not pay. I got this phone like literally for free at that moment. But they spread the money for me over 2 years. So basically, every month I was paying like 92. Yeah. Every month I was paying $92. So $92 will be deducted from my account every month. So they spread it for 2 years, and at the end of 2 years I was able to spread it. But how was that possible? That was possible because I had built a credit history and my credit score was high enough for people with less credit score that is not up to 750. Their interest rates might be higher, but my own interest rate was low because I had a good credit history and I also had a good credit score. Let's move on to mistake number 3. Underestimating the cost of living of the current country that you are going to is going to be a big problem for you. Like for me, it was like I underestimated the cost of housing, the cost of transportation, the cost of feeding, and some small bills. Because I underestimated this, I didn't plan, I didn't have a budget, I just put money in my wallet, take money, keep spending, keep buying without planning, without budget, because I underestimated the cost of living. When you are moving to a new country as an immigrant, when you're coming to Canada, you should not underestimate the cost of living. You shouldn't. You should take a cursory look at the cost of living to include the housing, the transportation, the feeding, and other petty bills so that you can know how to plan towards them. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you might skip the important ones that you're supposed to make payment for and then spend more time paying for things that you do not need. That's my third mistake that I would not like you guys to repeat. So the fourth money mistake that I made as a new immigrant here in Canada that I won't want you to make is looking down on government settlement services. Do not take them for granted. There are several government settlement services that have been put in place to make life and things easy for you. Do you know that when I came, because I was new, my friends ourselves, we were new, we were even told that there's a place you need to pay $100. Like if you want to go and view a house, like you're looking for a house and you want to go and view a house and you don't have time to go and view the house, and they kind of like want someone to help you to go view the house, you need to pay that person $100. But you don't need to do that. If you have settlement services, they can do all of this for you. You know that currently it's time for tax filing for 2024 against 2023. This will be in another video. Like, I've got good news for you, like lots of good news loading up. So that will be in another video. So for the tax filing of your tax for 2023 against 2024, most organizations, they are going to charge you $100, okay, $100 for them to file your tax for you. But there are several government offices and parastatals that can establish this for you. Like, they can do a free tax clearance for you without you not paying any money. You know that some are not even government office, but these people are trying to be recognized by the government, and so they are engaged in different like philanthropic acts, and gradually they are beginning to be recognized by the government, such that if they are mentioning, okay, like now in Moncton, now there's a one we call Moncton Cares, okay, so Moncton Cares is recognized by the government, because sometimes when they mention things, they'll mention Moncton Cares. When they are mentioning government organizations like Magma, which is a settlement service here in Canada, they go as well to mention Moncton Cares. So take advantage of these settlement services, because they will provide services for you that on a regular day you would have paid some money for. So earlier on, when I came into Canada, I made that mistake, paying money to people for them to help me to look for a house when I could look for a house by myself, just because I was going to school and then the weather was too cold. I was scared of entering the snow and all of that. Like, guys, it's funny right now, but then it was not funny. Really, it wasn't funny. And then finally, and the last one, okay, the fifth money mistake that I made as a new immigrant when I came into Canada, and which I would not want you guys to make, is not saving for the future. Guys, you need to save for the future. I said, when I came, you know, when you arrive into a new country now, like, you know, you've paid some part of your school fees and you have your living expenses, you start buying things that you do not need. You start buying gadgets, kitchen gadgets, home gadgets, and things that you don't need. Just see, buy exactly and precisely what you need. Whatever you know is not important or you do not need at the moment, you do not need to buy them. Buy only things that are relevant to you. And that is why when you are planning for the future, you should have a scale of preference. A scale of a preference helps you to analyze the most important things you need. Like, all your needs are numbered 1 to 5, and as your needs are numbered 1 to 5, the most important comes at number 1, followed by the next important number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. So that way, when you are spending and you are purchasing things, when you're done with number 1, you tick it off. You know that the next important thing you need to buy is number 2. The next important thing you need to buy is number 3. The next important thing. That way, until you follow that scale of preference to ensure you buy the most important thing, and then you can be able to save for the future. You don't need to be too extravagant. Canada is a very, very simple country, right? It's a very simple country. No one cares. No, I'm not saying you should dress in rags. I'm not also saying that you should dress like Beyonce and get overdressed. The most important thing is that you're wearing a clean dress and you are dressed appropriately and you are dressed for the weather. Apart from that, and once you do that, you are good to go. You are good to go. Save. Save for the future. Stop buying things that you do not need for your homes. Stop buying things that you don't need for your body. Stop buying things that you don't need focus only on the things that you need, and even at that, you need to save. I'm doing all of those now because I have really learned from my mistake, and things are turning around and moving better for me. Guys, hey, I'll give you this, guys, this hot gist, but that will be in another video. That's the gist about my tax returns. Like, guys, you guys don't want to miss this video. Turn your bell notification so that whenever I post this video, you guys are gonna be the first to get updated. Like, this is good news. I know you don't want to miss this good news, and you really want to hear it, so that when you come into Canada, you will do the same thing sharply, the way that I did it, right? Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, are you still there? If you're still there, do me a favor, subscribe. Come on guys, subscribe, like, and share. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm not too sure when I'm going to post that video about my tax returns, but I'll keep you guys posted. It might be in the next video, it might be in the upper one. Don't do me long shot, guys. I'm not telling you guys. I'm just gonna surprise you. You just put on your bell notifications, and I'm gonna surprise you guys. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Take good care, and bye.
But if I lay down and I play dead